Raiders give up first-round pick. This is what Raiders fans didn't expect. The player was considered a future star for the Raiders. The Raiders may trade defensive players sooner than we imagined to meet urgent needs. If you want to receive important information from the Raiders, subscribe to the channel. When the Las Vegas Raiders drafted Tyree Wilson with the number 7 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, he was expected to have a slow start to his career due to a foot injury suffered his freshman year at Texas Tech. He missed much of training camp due to the injury, but still managed to play in all 17 games. However, he showed little improvement throughout his rookie season and finished with just 3.5 sacks. So far, the signs haven't suggested a big jump in year 2, and the emergence of defensive end Malcolm Kuntz will limit how many snaps Wilson gets. Bleacher Report's Ryan Fowler suggested the Raiders should trade the former first-round pick while he still has some value. Despite his struggles and current position on the depth chart, teams could still view Wilson as a raw but promising edge rusher with upside potential worth taking a chance on, Fowler wrote in an August 14th column. Trading him now could allow the Raiders to acquire proven talent or additional draft capital that could be used to address other pressing needs, such as offensive line depth or secondary help. Given the competitive nature of the AFC West, the Raiders could benefit more from immediate impact players rather than waiting for Wilson's unpredictable development arc. Wilson only has one season under his belt, so there must be a team out there that would be interested in his potential. If he has another subpar season, his value will only go down. The problem with trading Wilson is that the Raiders probably won't get anywhere near the value they gave up to get him. The most recent example of a first-round pick being traded after just one season was former Tennessee Titans offensive lineman Isaiah Wilson. He was traded in 2021 to the Miami Dolphins for a 7th-round pick. Wilson has dealt with off-the-field issues, while Tyree Wilson has not, so it's not a perfect comparison. The defensive end is far more valuable to the Raiders than a 7th-round pick. The only way the team would consider trading Wilson is if they could get a 2nd-round pick in return. Anything less would lose the team a lot of value, considering they used a top 10 pick to get him. Wilson is too talented for the Raiders to give up. He's 6 feet 4 inches with nearly 34-inch arms and is incredibly strong. He's struggled with technique and speed off the ball. These are things that should improve as he plays more. Fortunately, Las Vegas doesn't need him to be an All-Pro this year. Defensive ends Max Crosby and Kuhn have combined for 22.5 sacks and should form a formidable duo. The Raiders simply need Wilson to provide some pass-rushing depth off the bench and will likely move inside to play defensive tackle. If he can improve on his 3.5 sacks from 2023, the Raiders should be happy with his progress. Whether or not Wilson decides to sign could play a big role in whether or not the Raiders decide to give Kuhn another contract after the season.